This particular Sunday night slowed down quite a bit after midnight. And so, I mean, I did 19 trips, but I had a lot of time to relax. And I was just sleeping now. Towards the end of my shift, the time is now 5:39. I was actually sleeping, and it was trying to offer me a trip, but it is the last moment. And we've got Mr. Punctual in the morning. 20 minutes till the shift is over, so I'll go to the bank, deposit some money, and fuel it and park it. Then the shift will be done. I did 320, which is acceptable. I'm not complaining there. I didn't have one of those hectic, stupid $400 or $500 nights. One where I didn't get a minute to myself. And I had some decent trips in there, so it turned out okay. I figure if I do over 300, that's fine. That really is fine. Yeah. A week from now will be Labor Day. Huh. Yeah. This was rather uneventful night. There were some drunks at the beginning of the shift, and I did get sent to a couple of places where there was nobody there, but for the most part it all worked out. I'm just glad it's over and I can go home, sleep some more, because I don't usually get enough rest on the weekends. Often people want to spend time with me, either virtually or in reality. And that takes away from the me time, the time where I can get away from people, just be left alone. Because I need that. I need that to regain my energy. Yeah, my energy's at a low today. Four more nights to go. I'm at the airport. It's now 5:07 in the morning. I just got enough time to get to the car wash, seeing as it's Tuesday morning. Get to the car wash, get to the bank, detail the interior, get fueled up, walk home, walk to the chiropractor, and so on and so on. I've got $440 on, and it was the kind of night that was not too crazy busy. It was just all right, and then it got quiet, and I went to sleep a few times between 10 o'clock and 3. And at 3 o'clock, I started getting trips, one right after another. Then after doing about 5 of those, I get sent out to the peninsula to pick somebody up who's going to Sydney. It ends up being like a $25 fare. And then I got another one in Sydney that goes from Sydney to the Ocean Sciences, which is basically you go past the airport on the opposite side of the peninsula. So you go from the east side of the peninsula to the west side of the peninsula, from Sydney to West Saanich Road. And on the way back into town, I got intercepted by a call from another taxi driver who wanted to go home, and his was like a $20 fare, or was it a $24 fare? And then I was just getting back to my comfortable spot. I was going to watch some videos, but that didn't end up happening because I got sent to go. I got flung down all the way to James Bay for a time call. The time call was for 7:30, and the time was for 4:30, and the time was 4:29. And when I got there, I was told, "You're late." I said, "I know. You won't believe where I had to be sent from to get here." And I was sent at 4:29, and I was due in 1 minute, and it would take me 10 minutes to get to you. It's just the way it was. Yeah, so it was adrenaline-filled morning, and now I have things to take care of, so I'm gonna go and take care of them. 3 more nights to go. I just did a $450 night. I'm tired, I'm worn out, I'm bagged. Every time I wanted to take a break, I got another call. You know the story. It's too busy. I did 28 trips. I'm just turning around, buddy, and I'm talking to this guy here. No, I can't do it. Sorry, I'm done. I'm done. I don't know if he called us or what. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I'm done. I'm finished. It was the bellhop at the hotel. Empress Hotel was waving at me. There were women there with bags. I don't know if he called us, or there's 2 other cabs sitting there, and my shift is over because I got Mr. Punctual to deal with. So my next thing is the bank. I'm going to go to the bank and I'm going to deposit some money, and after I've deposited that money, I'm going to go fuel up, and I'm going to be back in time for Mr. Punctual. I can't take anyone to the airport right now. Can't do it. It's not my thing. Sorry. So I basically used the driveway of the Empress Hotel to turn around. Fuck. I'm tired. I'm done. Now, what else can I say? I might as well mention it. I had an incident with a bicycle 4 years ago, and he made an insurance claim against me, and I was given a insurance adjuster to talk to, who didn't know her butt cheek from her armpit, and so naturally she passed the case on to somebody else, who passed it on to somebody else, who passed it on to somebody else, who passed it on to somebody else, and finally it got passed on to a freelance automobile insurance adjuster. This freelance adjuster came over to my place and asked me some questions, and I told her everything that happened, the way it happened, and everything else, that it's not possible that this bicycle and I could have had an incident unless the guy on the bicycle wanted it to happen. And it did happen because he wanted it to. Because he wanted to make a big insurance claim. But we basically proved him wrong. And so the insurance didn't pay him anything. So what does he do? He goes to a lawyer and sues me and the government car insurance company for whatever damages, whatever. And now it's 4 years later, and I'm being told that I have to talk to lawyers, both the defendant's lawyer, which is defending me and the insurance company, and after that the plaintiff's lawyer. And apparently there's going to be a hearing. This thing is going to go to trial about a year and 4 months from now. I think it's in January or February 2024. What a crock of shit. The whole thing is bullshit. But now I have to take time off work to go to court. And I have to inconvenience myself to talk to these lawyers because I can only talk to them at the time when they're available. And I'm night shift. I got no time for this crap. But no, I have to go. I have to go. I have to... I have to fight this thing again. Now, this has me worried. This is making it so that I don't sleep well. And my quality of life already sucks because I'm overworked and stressed out. And the job never used to be that way. You had more time for breaks in between calls. I did have one break, yeah, or two. And I ended up falling asleep those couple of times, but not for long enough. And it was an exhaustion sleep. You know, you're exhausted and you fall asleep from exhaustion. And then when you wake up, you're not rested. And I woke up because this thing made noise at me to wake me up. So it's hard going. It's quite hard going. And now I gotta. My neck is so tight from the stress. I guess I'll put some of that cryoderm on it to relax the muscles and the nerves. And two more nights to go this week. I can't wait. Can't wait. It's now Thursday morning, the end of the Wednesday night. The time is now 5:40 a.m. and I just dropped somebody off here. Just dropped somebody off here in Colwood Corners. And now I'm heading towards a car wash, I suppose. Yeah, car wash. Gonna wash the car. Wash the car for the owner, because he's taken over this morning. and then I'm gonna go detail the interior and fuel up and park it, go home. That is the plan. That's what I want to do. It's time is now 5:41, but I don't have time for another one, and I don't want to work any longer than I absolutely need to. I've got over $400 on. I've got maybe $430 on, something like that. That's okay. That's fine. That's just fine. Oh, and this thing, oh, I should turn that off too. There we go. I still had the meter on, forgot to turn it off. Yeah, that's okay. Pass me on the right. Pass me on the right, I don't care. I'm exhausted. It was another one of those nights where between 6 and 1 it was non-stop driving. As soon as you drop one off, you get chucked to the next one. One after another, after another, after another. So it's constant driving for 7 hours. And then it got a little quiet a few times, and start watching a video, falling asleep to it. So I only watched maybe 3 or 4 videos. Every time I'd watch one, I'd fall asleep. Because I'm exhausted. And I can't sleep in the day. Or I have trouble sleeping in the day because I'm so stressed. I try and catch up on the weekends, and guests come over and I don't get my rest. Yeah, one more night to go this week. And I'm just coming up on the car wash now. Well, I'm at home after work, enjoying a drink. Because I increasingly need to have a drink after work. It's not like it's something new that I just started doing. As you can see behind me, the containers that used to contain whiskey are lining the wall. And there's so many of them that it's getting to be, at least on that side, 2 of them thick, too thick, up to about where my thumb is right now. So, two thicknesses. I'll tell you about the Thursday night. I awoke to the alarm, and I preheated the oven. Yet I slept through the timer making a noise to, I started reading a book naturally in bed. And I fell asleep reading the book, and I did not awaken to the timer going off to put my food in the oven. I woke up about an hour later. So then I put the food in the oven because it was good and preheated. And I prepared the food and I ate. And then I went and took as much time as I normally would do getting ready. Because after all, I was going to be out there for, 11 hours anyway. So why rush? So I went and ate, and I had a shower, and I got dressed, and I got out to work, and I was out to work just after 7. So instead of just after 6, it was just after 7. Big deal. Then I got in the car, and I went to the parking lot where I like to sit and watch videos. So I started watching a video, And I naturally did not get through the video, but then I got a call. The call was on Balfour Street. And I went to, and it even said Balfour Street, Balfour Street, Balfour Street. It didn't give an address on Balfour Street, it just said it was on Balfour Street. So I had to call the customer and find out whereabouts on Balfour Street it was that I was going to pick him up. And he says, well, I'm on Burnside now, he says. I said, so what, you're going to be at Balfour and Burnside? Okay, I'll wait there. And he says, yeah, I'm coming in an Evo car. Now, an Evo car is some kind of a deal where you have an app on your phone and you can use, it's like a car rental service, but it's not a rental, it's a car sharing thing where you have an app on your phone and you pay using the app to rent it or to use a car. You can use the car by the hour or by the day or by the week or whatever, but you have to bring the car back to the same area where you found it. As long as it's somewhere in that area, someone else can find it to use it after you. And apparently, the company that owns the cars, they maintain and fuel them and everything. So you just got to drive it. You don't have to do anything else. Apparently, I guess they clean the cars too, wash them, whatever. So I met up with the guy on Balfour Avenue, and he went out to the ferries. It was a 78. It was a $69 fare or something. He gave me 78. And once I was out there at the ferry dock, I was the 7th car in line. And I thought, well, you know, I'll probably get away. So I saw there were cars ahead of me. One car loaded, and then I was next up. So and then I waited to be the next to go in the line because there's like a holding area, and I was the next to go up. And when I went up, that's when another ferry came in, and the cars in front of me were loading, and some girl, nice blonde, comes by and she wants to get in. I say, but no, you got to take the first car in line. I can't just take you. You got to get the first car in line. But anyway, we all got away. We got away. The cars ahead of me got away, and I got away. We got away. And the guy who got in my car was a student from Saudi Arabia. He had just flown from Saudi Arabia to Amsterdam, and Amsterdam to Vancouver, and from Vancouver he took the ferries to get to the island. And now he was on the last leg of his journey. He was going to a Airbnb down near the Ross Bay Cemetery, so that was like an $85 fare. Great. So I've had 2 fares on. It's 9 o'clock, and I've got $160 on. I had 200 on by 11 o'clock, and I worked the rest of the night, and I had something like 440 on for the whole night. I was busy enough, and it was to the point where after 2 o'clock or so, I just wanted to sleep. I just wanted to rest. I didn't want to drive anymore, but it's inevitable. You get a break for half an hour or 45 minutes, and then you get a call, and you think you're going to get another break, but no, there's another call and another call and another call and another call. I cleared from my last call at about 5:45, and I thought, hell with this. I'm just gonna add up the Interacs right here because I just had a $30 fare. I added up all the Interacs and put them in the envelope, shoved them in the glove box, went to the gas station, fueled up, and went and parked the car. Now, I didn't do any recording because I was I was just so tired. I just wanted to get home. And of course, when I got to the place where I parked the cab, that's when I always call my mother. So instead of recording with the phone, um, the last segment of this taxi vlog, which is taxi vlog 719, by the way, um, I ended up just coming home and talking with my mother on the phone until, well, just a just a little while ago, and I realized that I had not recorded a segment of the taxi vlog. So this is it. I hope yours is better than mine.